Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here and I'm sitting down for a second time to film this video. I sat down and talked about this yesterday and I went back to watch the footage and I was just overly emotional and I went off on tangents. I don't think that it ended up going in the direction that I wanted it to. So I'm going to try again. I really want to discuss this topic. A lot of people are talking about this right now, and I think it's really important to have this conversation and to keep having this conversation. By now, most of us have seen the photos released of the Tarte Shape Tape foundation shades, and they're just frankly ridiculous. A lot of people were looking forward to this foundation. It was very hyped, it was very anticipated, and to say the shade range is a letdown is a huge understatement. The sad thing is, I kind of wasn't even surprised when I saw this. Trust me, I'm not happy about it, but I really wasn't surprised. Tarte has always had a garbage shade range, and that's coming from somebody who is basically the target audience of Tarte. Most foundations have an awful shade range. Unfortunately, this isn't a new problem. This isn't a Shape Tape problem. This is and has always been a prevalent issue, and now people are speaking up, people are using their platforms to make videos, people are tweeting about it, people are commenting about it. If nothing else, that's something that is good that has come out of all of this. People are rallying together, even people like myself who Tarte made about 5 different shades that would match me. I mean, come on. Like, how are you gonna make 5 shades that would match me and then you're gonna skip 5, 6, 8 shades that should go? I mean, but I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny, but it's just like, it's ridiculous. When I first started Makeup.Just.For.Fun, I used to write blog posts instead of making videos, and almost exactly a year ago, I wrote a blog post about inclusivity in the beauty world, and I did a ton of research. I looked up shade ranges of foundations of like 50 different companies, and I'm gonna link that blog post. If you're curious to see what shade ranges were like 2 years ago, you can go and check that out. I'm not interested in purchasing and reviewing this foundation product. Personally, I'm not going to sit here and call for a Tarte boycott. I just don't think that makes sense, because we would have to boycott 80% of the makeup industry if this was really like the principle we were going to stand on. I realize that this was very anticipated. I realize that Tarte is a big company. They absolutely should do better. We should expect them to do better. We should be mad about it. But I think we need to take that same consciousness and look around, especially in the drugstore, guys, because this isn't just a problem with Tarte. This is a problem everywhere. I really hope that the uproar around this particular foundation launch doesn't just die down. I hope we take this outrage and this questioning and this conversation and we continue having it. I'm not here to blast anyone or any companies. That's not my style. That's not what I'm about. I want this video to be positive and help us move in a positive direction, even from a negative situation. So there are a couple things that I want to talk about besides the fact that the Shape Tape foundation range is a freaking joke. The first thing I want to touch on is drugstore. Drugstore makeup is way more accessible, it's more affordable, it's sold in more retailers, and it's more highly advertised than Shape Tape foundation or anything that you're gonna exclusively shop in like Sephora or the high-end section of Ulta. These shade ranges and the images attached to them are a lot of people's first step into makeup, and I really want that first step into makeup to include everyone. Every person who's starting out in makeup 100% deserves to see themselves represented and appreciated and portrayed as beautiful. Especially for these younger and teen girls who are starting to create their self-image, they're starting to build their self-esteem. It's so critical that everyone is represented and everyone is appreciated. Everybody deserves to feel beautiful and to feel included. This is freaking America, okay? It's 2018. What? I'm baffled. So yes, absolutely, Tarte needs to do better. everybody needs to do better. High-end brands need to do better. But I really, really hope that these more affordable, more accessible, widely sold, widely portrayed brands step up to the plate, and a few of them have. Like I said, I really want this video to go in a positive direction, so I want to mention some drugstore brands, affordable brands that are easy to find, a lot of people can get their hands on. There are a few lines in the drugstore that are doing well. Personally, I like to see at least 30 shades in a foundation range, and there are a few out there. First of all, L'Oreal True Match. They have about 32 shades. They have a wide variety of undertones. I also like the way that their foundations are labeled. So the depth, the intensity, you know, how light or how dark it is, as well as the undertone are pretty easy to find. There's a pretty even distribution of light, medium, and deep shades. That's really important. How about Maybelline? The Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation with 40 shades. 40 shades is huge in the drugstore. That is incredible when we're used to seeing 10, 12, maybe 15 if we're lucky shades launch in a line in the drugstore. I hope that this is what we continue to see in the drugstore. The last affordable foundation line that I want to touch on is the NYX Total Control foundation drops. On Ulta's website, they're only showing 29 shades. I know I said I like to see 30 or more, but something else that I like to look for when I'm looking at a shade range is to see how the distribution is across light, medium, and deep shades. And there are 29 shades. It seems like they're very evenly distributed. It is easier to find high-end foundations with a larger shade range. I just really don't think it's fair to say if you have melanin in your skin, then you have to pay more for your foundation. I think that's BS. If you want to, you're willing to, you're able to invest in a foundation, MAC, Cover FX, NARS just launched their new Longwear Radiant foundation, and that has 33 shades. Everyone's talking about Fenty and Huda. They both have 40 shades in their foundations as well. I'm really happy to see these brands offering inclusive shade ranges. I wanted to share those with you. No matter who you are, hopefully you can find your match in one of those foundations. I hope that we can all continue to speak out about this, email companies, tweet companies, and also just generally being more conscious of inclusivity in the beauty world. Go and take a look at your favorite brands and look at their Instagram. Go and look at their website. Are they showcasing diverse beauty? It's just something to think about. It's something that's really opened my eyes. On that note, I want to just let you know that this is a priority for me. It always has been, and I hope that I've done a good job showing that. I want to continue to do even better. It's my priority to give you the best possible information. Whoever you are watching, I'm making my content for you. I want every single person who watches my videos to get something out of it, and I want you to know that you are a priority for me. Whoever you are valued, you are appreciated, you are perfectly made, you are beautiful, and nobody should make you feel otherwise. If a brand, a company, a store, a sales clerk, an influencer ever makes you feel otherwise, then forget them. I can't say what I really want to say, but trust me, forget them. See, I got emotional last time I filmed this too. I can't help it. I just feel so strongly about this. I also want to say that if I've ever recommended something that you wanted to try and you weren't able to find your shade, I truly apologize for that. It is never my intention to exclude anyone, and I just hope you know that you're perfect and you're loved and you're valuable. All I can say is I'm gonna try to do better. I am going to continue to speak out to encourage companies to do better for all of us, and I hope you will too. I hope the conversation doesn't end here. Even though we're talking about a negative subject, we can take away something positive from this. Just know that you're amazing and you're beautiful, and I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.